Throughout the Bible, Egypt is depicted as both a real and symbolic opposition to the kingdom of God. Yet, many of our favorite biblical characters spent time in Egypt. Abraham spent time in Egypt. His descendant, Joseph, spent time in Egypt, which eventually led to the Israelites being in Egypt and enslaved. As a matter of fact, even Jesus, as a young person, as a child, spent time in Egypt. What we see is that in every case, Egypt was never the final destination. It was always a dry place, if you will, that they went through, that God was always trying to get them out of because, well, Egypt was always in opposition to God's way of doing things. My lesson for us today is that maybe you are in Egypt right now. Maybe you're dealing with some things. You're caught up in some conditions that are not godly. I want to remind you that that is not your final destination. That God's will for you and for me is to get us out of Egypt into the promised land where we will be safely in his arms, living under his will. So may God continue to be with you and help you to get out of your Egypt.